Candid.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome to this week's podcast. My name's Ricky and this is Can I Be Candid?
What are you doing?
The podcast.
Yeah, darling, that's my seat.
Is it?
I'm the main host. You're half host, half servant.
What do you want to do? Move.
Now that the actual podcast host is back, what we are going to talk about today, we had a gorgeous staycation at a spa and golf resort. We had an amazing time.
Amazing game of golf.
They had a buffet. We're going to be getting into the cracks of what you should and shouldn't be doing at a buffet.
Get a pen and paper ready. Take notes. It's about to get real.
And also want to know your guys' thoughts on being away at Christmas and what is the appropriate time to put up your Christmas decorations, because I've got them penciled for October the 1st. Oh! Taking myself out.
Oh my God. I'm so excited.
What a gorgeous little weekend away we had.
It was like a little holiday.
It was so nice. Do you know what it is for me? When the weather is banging in the UK, for me, there's no better place. I love the UK when the weather is nice.
Well, for me, there are better places.
Like where?
On an island somewhere with white sandy beach.
Yeah, but you can't live your normal life on an island with a white sandy beach. Like, to live day-to-day life in the UK, work, see your friends, go shopping, when the weather is nice, I just think the UK is unbeatable. But unfortunately, 99.9% of the time, the weather is awful.
It was a really good trip.
So the first funny thing that happened at the Grove, one of the things that I'd seen like going viral is they have these hot air balloons and you can have like afternoon tea and stuff like that. And I said to Ricky on the way in the car, I said, oh my God, do you want to do the afternoon tea in the hot air balloon?
I'm just going to adjust my microphone because I can feel
resting
it
on your
resting
gut.
on my gut.
Yeah. It's like a shelf.
It's like the microphone is magnetic and my gut is the magnet.
It's giving B&Q. Do it yourself. You've got your own shelf going on there. Okay. Anyway.
Also, I'm sat like this because
Ricky's really got this thing about how he sat, guys. Like, maybe let us know, do you think that he's sat in the right way? I feel like I've got my pose nailed.
What's wrong with the way I'm sitting? I'm comfortable.
I've got one elbow on here. I like to do my little hand gestures. Sometimes I'll whip it here. You know, I'm going to do a little, I've got it under control. I'm always a cross-legged girl. Which apparently I have been told can make my varicose veins worse. We could do a whole other episode on varicose veins. The varicose veins on my legs right now, guys, it looks like I'm growing fucking Planet of the Apes on my leg.
What's this got to do with the way you sat?
What has this actually got to do with what the podcast is about, which is what we were talking
No, I'm just stating the fact that if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Because my gut is hanging. The microphone seems to be resting on it every now and then, and that's just because we've eaten a lot of food the last few days.
Yeah.
And right now I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit like you.
Okay.
I don't want to use hand gestures.
Okay.
I want to relax, arm over the cushion.
You're hugging that pillow like it's a pregnancy pillow. Do you have an announcement for everybody?
No.
You are going to give birth to a chicken tikka masala.
No, I only had one plate of that.
Egg rice.
I had 2 plates of that.
Egg rice.
Keema naan.
Poppadoms. Mint chutney.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Right. One thing I just want to say, one thing you will get from this podcast is no structure. You will get the conversation will go from here, there to everywhere 24/7. And that is just how it's going to be.
So we went away.
So we went away and we had the best time. It felt
Hot
like
air
we were on
balloons,
holiday.
that's where we were.
Hot air balloons. They have these hot air balloons where you can have afternoon tea. I said to Ricky on the way, I was like, oh my God, so shall I see if I can book us the afternoon tea in the hot air balloon? And he went, I don't want to go on a hot air balloon. As if you actually he thought that the hot air balloons went up into the fucking sky and you were sitting there having an afternoon tea, cream tea.
If someone said to you, let's have afternoon tea on a hot air balloon, you're going to think 1,000 feet up in the sky having lunch.
Yeah, that was my fault. But anyway, we couldn't get a booking. But it's a really nice place. We took the dogs with us and this could be a whole other episode. By the way, and I hope everyone's writing down when I say this could be a whole other episode.
Oh, anyway, you're boring
because
everyone
I've
now. Let's talk about the best part, which was the golf course.
No, let's
talk. The golf course was unreal. The greens were so thin.
Wow. So I actually took the dogs. So we took the dogs. The dogs were so good. Now, what I will say is I love our dogs so much, Dolly and Ollie. They literally just turned 9. They are the best things that have ever happened to me. Like,
what about me?
Yeah, no, you and the dogs, but like definitely the dogs first, 100%. Because when I think about it, like you are the dogs' world. Like literally, we are their world and they're the best time. But there is one thing about our dogs that I wish we could change, which we can't change because it's our fault and we didn't train them properly. When they see another dog, they go ape. shit. They go mental, and they're not aggressive, like they're tiny little chihuahuas, but they just bark so much. And in an intimate setting where you want to go and sit outside and have a nice glass of wine, if there's another dog there, they will go off, won't they? Like they will just bark. And the thing is they won't bark if they're not on a lead, but it's when they're on the lead, and it's because they want to get to the dog, not to attack it, just to sniff it. So if we walked them off the lead all the time, they would just walk up to the dog and sniff it, wouldn't they? But we can't do that because doggy will run away. And also,
that was more boring than talking about golf. Dogs bark.
Okay, we might have some fellow dog owners listening to this that might actually be able to give us some fucking advice.
It's
we don't
late.
go
They're
everywhere,
9 years old.
But there was not really many dogs there, so we had a really flawless time, didn't we, with them? We took them on such long walks. One of the walks that I took them on when Ricci was playing golf was actually
on a championship golf course, good quality, bunkers everywhere. Really got to think about your shots.
Well, darling, I'd be really careful you promoting that you played on a championship golf course, because I accidentally stumbled across you watching you play, and you were on your 9th shot. And on the 9th shot, you said you gave up and you picked it up because you couldn't actually get it in the fucking hole. So I would be extremely careful about how much you're promoting that you were playing on a championship golf course. And by the way, he was playing on his own because he got stood up by 3 people that were meant to be playing with him. So if you are the 3 people that stood him up, I'm really upset with you.
I'm shaking with anger.
I'm shaking with anger.
No, I'm shaking with anger.
Why?
Because number one, they didn't stand me up. I didn't even know who they were. They just were added onto my booking. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't show up because I just played on my own.
Right.
Number 2, I'm just angry because...
You're not very good.
Because, well, why are you telling everyone that I was 9 shots over and then picking up the ball?
Was that a lie? Were any lies told?
No, but you're not going to tell people.
Okay, anyway, I walked the dogs through the golf course and I thought, this is a lovely walk. And then as I was getting more into it, I thought...
No, I'll tell you what happened. I was getting into the golf.
Yeah.
I'm walking down one of the holes.
Yeah.
On my own. Because I stood up.
Which was a really sad sight to see.
And then I was walking and I heard like that, and I was like, what the hell? I was in the rough. I was in the rough as well, and I thought there's like grass snakes.
It was more like this.
Yeah, and I was looking around my feet. I was thinking, is there a snake or something? And then I heard it again. It was like like that, and I was like, what the hell? It sounds like a cat's being strangled. And I looked around and I saw Perrie there with the dogs, and she was there going. I was like, what are you doing? Like the people behind me, by the way, they were the professionals at the golf course that were playing behind me. To begin with, they would have thought, wow, this guy's cool. He's got a good golf trolley. He looks the part. Great guy. Now they think, wow, what's wrong with him? And what's wrong with his partner?
Basically, Ricci always tells me about golf etiquette, and I didn't know. I didn't want to shout.
No, because I played once before.
Yeah.
When we were in Spain, and I was with my mate Sam, and me and Sam just hear this screaming at the top of the lungs. Ricci, Sam, over here. And we look up and we see you and Laura there waving. And then from then I said to Perrie, you can't do that on a golf course.
So apparently you're not allowed to shout people's name on a golf course. I didn't know how to get his attention, so I just decided to go shh, shh, like that. Don't ask me why, what came over my body, but it did. Anyway, it was a very sorry sight to see you on your own with your trolley, which, by the way, his trolley like moves itself. It's quite cool, but I did feel sorry for you seeing you play on your own. Anyway, I had a spa treatment. It was gorgeous.
How was a spa treatment? Tell everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Can I speak about my experience?
Tell everyone.
The spa treatment was great. That's really all I've got to say. It was lovely. Rick, what I will say is the hugging of the pillow is...
I'm comfortable though.
No, the pillow can't be like that.
But I'm comfortable. What's wrong with me being like this?
You're not in bed.
I'm comfortable.
We had such good food, didn't we? Like the Turkish we went to was,
that was
insane. Good. It was so nice. But one of the things that made me and Ricci really wanted to go here was we had seen a lot of noise on social media about the buffet. So this buffet is a really expensive buffet. I think per head, I don't want to quote it, but I want to say between 70 and 80 pounds just if you're just going for the buffet, which is really expensive. Bearing in mind that's without drinks.
I would say an expensive buffet is £40 a head.
Yeah, so £70 a head, even £60 a head, plus drinks, really expensive. There is hype about this buffet, okay? And if there's something that you do not know about Richard, if you've been following me for a while, then you will have seen our segment, which we do on holiday, called Buffet Talk. And you have to say it like...
Buffet Talk.
In that specific tone. It's not aggressive. It's not excited. It's just...
I'd say it's an E minor.
What is it then?
Buffet Talk.
Buffet Talk.
It goes from an E to a D, I think.
Okay, anyway.
Buffet Talk.
Right, didn't realise I was sat next to fucking composer. But anyway, so buffets for Richard are a big thing and he's got a lot to say about them. So we're excited about this buffet. We did make a bit of a small error that we had a bit of a big lunch. And
lunch? Oh, we had a feast.
And the lunch was late. The lunch was at 4:00 and our dinner reservation for the buffet was
but
at
I weren't
7.
mad at that.
We weren't mad at it because normally Ricky goes OTT at a buffet and he literally walks in like a bull in a fucking china shop and literally gobbles every dish before he's even sat down and then complains he's got a stomachache before I've even had a sip of my rosé wine.
I'm the guy that when you get to the buffet, I don't even sit.
No, he doesn't.
I don't reserve the table.
No,
I expect everyone to know that's reserved for me.
Yeah, you don't even do that. I sit down. See, we are so different.
Yeah, it really annoys me when you do
like
this.
to sit down, feel my way into it. I want to have a look at the menu, even though I know what I'm ordering for drinks. I know what I'm ordering. I'm either having a glass of Whispering Angel and a Sprite on the side, judge me all you want, or I'm having a mojito. They're going to ask me, do I want still or sparkling water? I won't drink it, but I'm always going to say still. Then I want to scroll on my phone for at least 5 minutes, and then I want to get my drink, have a drink, probably take a selfie, and then at that point, I've probably been there about 15 minutes, I may consider getting up. By that point, Ricky has already had 5 plates and he's having a fucking dessert.
Let's just rewind a little bit because a lot of that stuff annoys me.
Okay,
Right.
what annoys you?
They come to the
We're straight into a buffet talk.
No,
Come on then.
No, because you've already said it's either going to be a Whispering Angel thing or the mojito.
Mojito, right?
So when they come and they say still or sparkling water, my thought process is, well, I'm about to order a Coke Zero.
Okay.
So I don't want any water because I won't drink the water.
Okay.
So they're like, still or sparkling water. I'm always like, I'm okay, thank you.
But I always order still.
You always order still. And then when the bill comes,
I always think the water's free and it's not.
I think
it's not free, guys.
Well, let's not order bottles of water here.
I think
if the buffet is 70, 60, 80, £100, whatever it was, how much do you think the bottle of water was?
I don't know, but we got our bill for just drinks. And I was actually shocked at how much we'd spent on just drinks. And Ricky told me it's because it's just the still water.
It is, because every time we went to eat, they said still or sparkling. You said still, please. Here you go. £8 gone.
I just want to go back to the point.
Which was?
I know we really struggled to get to the point, but if anyone watching this actually cares about the point.
What is the point?
The point of the matter is that the buffet, in our opinion, is overrated. On the website, it actually said, because I checked, it's one of the world's finest buffets, and it was featured on a Netflix documentary about buffets.
They need to add another adjective into that. It's the world's smallest, finest buffet.
It's not smallest, right?
It is a small buffet. Pete, it is a small buffet.
I definitely was underwhelmed. I was expecting, but do you know why I think I'm underwhelmed?
How many stations were there?
No question allowed. I'm still carrying on speaking. The point is this, is I think we've been spoiled, and I will say spoiled because we've been very lucky enough to go to Dubai, and Dubai has buffets that I've never seen before, Atlantis the Royal being one of those places. I mean, that's not a buffet, that's an exhibition of food. That's a museum. So I don't know if there is a lack of buffets in the UK, but I definitely... Go ahead.
May I speak?
Go ahead.
Have you ever been to a buffet in England? A good buffet?
This is the thing.
You're not just a yes or no answer.
Well, what would you deem as a good buffet?
Right, so anyway, the buffets you've been to in England, how many stations do they have?
I mean, you probably normally have like an Asian station.
No, you're
Chinese
not
station.
answering
I don't know.
question.
I don't know.
Right, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So there's normally about maybe 8 different stations.
Okay.
How many were there at the one we went to?
About 4.
Small buffet.
Yeah. The quality of food was nowhere near as good as the quality of food of the restaurants. All of the restaurants were amazing. We had such good meals. Oh my goodness me. This is a podcast. The conversation goes 2 ways. What you don't need to do is put your hand up every time you need to speak.
I feel like I need to.
Why?
Because I can feel you shooting daggers at me while I'm talking.
I'm not shooting daggers at you.
I'll interject then.
Interject.
I wouldn't say that it wasn't bad quality. Some of it was, but that's our own fault because I know how to handle myself at a buffet.
Right.
So
and how do you handle yourself at a buffet, honey?
We'll get to that. We'll get to the do's and don'ts and things to look out for.
Okay.
But for example, the duck roll that we had weren't the best quality. Our fault. We took the drabs.
We went to
that station too late. The chef weren't going to cook a fresh duck. So he gave us the drips and drabs. However,
he gave us the feathers, literally.
The Sunday roast part of it,
gorgeous.
Very good.
But everyone talks about this infamous Sunday roast buffet there. And honestly, there was 2 veg, There was broccoli, cauliflower cheese. There was roast potatoes. I don't even think there was mash. There was Yorkshire puddings, 3 different types of meat and gravy. Now that's amazing.
You're forgetting like the carrots and the peas and...
Have you ever been to fucking Toby Carvery? Like,
well, no, but that was better quality than Toby Carvery. You said the beef was unreal.
The meat was unreal, but for me, Toby Carvery slaps. Like Toby Carvery,
really?
It hits different, especially when you're hungover.
I'm not a fan of Toby Carvery because I think they only give you only get one choice. You got for one bit of meat.
No, you don't. You can have an XL plate and get all of the meats. Trio of meats, babe.
Tonight. Oh, yes.
Right.
Does my gut look big?
No, but why are you hugging a pillow?
Because I'm comfortable.
Okay. They had a chocolate fountain. I was so excited. I love a chocolate fountain. IBS, worst nightmare. Want to know why? It was dark chocolate. Who wants dark chocolate in a fountain? I want milk chocolate, not dark chocolate. It was so bitter, it was making the hairs on the back of my fucking neck stand up.
Right, do's and don'ts of a buffet.
Go.
Do.
Use the tongs provided.
Use the tongs provided.
Don't go in there with your dirty fingers that you've been scratching your bum hole with. Don't do it. Even if you're so tempted to grab a poppadom or grab a prawn cracker or grab a slice of bread.
It really annoys me when people do that.
So disrespectful.
When they're waiting for the chef to cook up their meal, because you can order like, a steak or whatever. While they're waiting, I saw someone do it. They were waiting with their plate and they're looking around, and they turn around. And I saw this guy see the prawn crackers.
And he just grabbed one with his fingers.
Grabbed one with his fingers.
Where
I felt like going to him, oi, stop that.
Where have your fingers been?
Well, no, because this is the other thing. I saw a woman.
Scratch her ass.
No. She was at the table eating bread and hummus. And after she took each bite, she went... like with her fingers.
Yeah.
Now she's going to go to the buffet.
Yeah.
Now she's going to use the same fingers to grab the prawn cracker. And it's not just grabbing a prawn cracker.
Yeah.
It's grabbing a prawn cracker and touching the other prawn crackers.
Cracker. What is it? A prawn cracker?
Prawn cracker and touching the other ones.
Yeah. Second thing is don't put something on your plate and then put it back. I see people do that.
I haven't seen someone do that.
I have seen someone do it.
Horrified.
Like, just take it to your table and don't eat it.
Always grab the second plate down.
Never grab the top
Never
plate.
grab the top plate.
And don't, if there is a dish, like let's say, I don't know, it's sausages, don't take the last sausage.
I wouldn't ever take the last sausage.
No, like, don't take the last one.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't go anything less than 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Less than 5?
Because if there's less than 5, they're the ones at the bottom. Think about it. Ooh. I'm going to educate you and everyone.
Right, okay.
Right? A tray of sausages.
Right.
Let's say a fresh tray of sausages has 30 sausages.
What sort of sausages?
Cumberland. When you get to the last 5 of the sausages,
they're out of bounds.
They've been at the bottom of that tray.
And they've been touched.
For a very long time.
Potentially by someone's fingers.
Yeah. And what happens is I see them. People go up to me and they're like, oh, is that Cumberland sausage? You lean over it. Is that Cumberland? And they'll speak to the person with, yeah, Cumberland ones. Spitting all over it. Last 5, no thank you. And what I'll do is I'll strategically plan. Okay. So when I go up for plate 1, I'll look. And if I see, right, sausages, mashed potato and gravy is looking a bit low, I'll go for something else.
Right.
Because then I know by the time I've got that and eaten that, they would have topped up the sausages and the mashed potato and the gravy.
Right.
So you got to strategically plan how you're going to approach the buffet. Okay. It's not just as simple as going up and picking what you want. No, plan it.
Question, what would you never have? Like
the chocolate fountain.
But you would. You've had a chocolate fountain before, Rick. That's a lie.
No, well...
You have. You've had chocolate fountain
I have, but I can't help it. But if I had a choice...
I can't help it.
I know, because it's chocolate.
Addict.
But if I had a choice, I wouldn't have the chocolate fountain.
So for me, I've had it. I will say that I've had it, but something that makes my insides curl up and the thought of it now, I'm actually tensing, is scrambled egg. Like when I see the water at the bottom of the dish, oh no.
But you don't even know why I wouldn't eat the chocolate fountain.
I'm going to be... No,
the reason...
My gag reflex is not great.
What, about water?
No. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, don't you? Like when you spoon it and it's got that residue of oily, eggy water.
No, let me tell you what's worse, right? Chocolate fountain. Who eats chocolate fountains?
Me.
Apart from you.
Kids. Right.
And what do they normally dip under the chocolate fountain?
Marshmallows.
On a...
stick.
And what's holding the stick?
Their fingers. Why do I mean spoken to like a child?
And the chocolate coming out the fountain is being recycled. Okay. So what they do is, right, the kids will come up and get all giddy, chocolate fountain, they'll put their marshmallows under the stick, but it's hitting their hand and it's dripping from their hand into the bottom of the fountain and then getting pushed back up and coming back out. So when us greedy fat oxes go up there and help ourselves to the chocolate fountain, really, it's chocolate fountain, yes, but it's chocolate fountain with a bit of kids' fingers in there. That's what it is.
And that is the definition of having chronic OCD.
Yeah. I'll tell you another thing.
Diagnosed.
Once you've used the pincers, why are you putting them back onto the food?
Yeah.
There's a plate there.
Put
them on the plate.
The
return them
back on the plates provided.
Also, use your head a bit. Right? What? It's like a trivia now.
Right.
What keeps the food warm?
The lids.
No.
Oh, like the heated underplate things.
Yeah, but some buffets don't have the underplate. They have the...
Oh, the overhead heaters.
Right. Don't put the pincers in direct vision of the heater.
Why?
Because then when I go to grab it, it burns my hands.
Oh, right. The formula behind this is insane.
Yeah, you got to think about it. I'll tell you all the little tips. I'll give you some more little golden nuggets for you.
Go on then.
Right? A lot of buffets, the chefs are cooking behind the stations.
Yeah.
So if you see a station where there's a chef and they've got a little rack there with a couple of bits of meat on there, right, I can get fresh meat cooked for me. But what they'll do is sometimes they will then put the meat into the tray, like let's say beef. They'll cook a load of beef, then they'll pincer it all up and put it into the tray. Now what I'll do is I'll wait until I see maybe 1 or 2 bits of beef and I see the chef cooking. And what I'll do is I'll wait for him to put a bit of beef on there and I'll pretend to walk past and I'll be like, oh, can I have a bit of beef? And they'll give me one, but it's fresh, not been in the bowl. So you got to keep an eye out for that. Also, what you also got to look out for is, let's say cauliflower cheese.
Love cauliflower
When it's getting
cheese.
about 3/4 empty, I'll be watching the chef's eye line. And what it will do is they'll always do a double take. So if they're looking at the food, what needs topping up, I'll know what's about to be topped up because they'll do a double take. So let's say cauliflower cheese is there. They'll be like this. They'll be like, right, Yorkshire pudding, beef, gravy, cauliflower cheese. Right, mental note they've made that it needs topping up. So now I know they're about to top up the cauliflower cheese. So what do you think I'm going to go and get next? Cauliflower cheese, because it'll be fresh.
I actually think I've got the ick. I'm not going to lie.
Why?
That was a lot.
That's just scratching the surface. Do you want one more tip? I'll give you one more tip. Go on, stop it. I'll give you one more, right? You got your chicken tikka masala and your rice. What you need to do is you need to dip, turn over, dip, put on your plate. Because then you're not getting the rice from the top where everyone looks at it and, oh, it's got a few herbs in there. Oh, yeah, what's this? What's that? Everyone's breathing on it. The air's getting to it. So dip, turn. Don't fling, turn so no one notices. And now, underneath that top layer of rice, now it's fresh.
Where did you learn all of this?
Years of experience.
So we're going to close it on the buffet, but we had a great time. We really enjoyed the fact that we get to fill both of each other's cups separately. Like, we don't want to touch each other or talk to each other, but we fill our cups individually. He gets his golf, I get my spa. We have decided that spa golf holidays are sort of our thing. Like in the UK, if we're going to do a staycation, it needs to have a spa and it needs to have a golf course.
If there's a buffet as well.
Yeah, if there's a buffet as well, be prepared to be, analysed to fucking shit.
I'll be watching.
1, 2, 3.
So can we just talk about the elephant in the room?
Me.
No. The sofa that you're sitting on right now, how comfortable is it?
I could fall asleep. And not because you're boring, because this is very comfortable.
True. But also the aesthetic of the sofa and the size and how they fit into the
The
room.
aesthetic is aestheticking.
Do you know where they're from?
I do know where they're from.
Where are they from?
They're from
The
Sofa.
Club. They are from the Sofa Club. And
Was that icky?
No.
Sofa Club.
Sofa Club.
Sofa Club.
And wow, these sofas are from the Sofa Club, if you haven't already gathered. And we actually got our lounge sofa, our corner sofa, which loads of you guys that follow me have asked me about before, which we got when we first moved into our house that we live in now, and we were desperate for a sofa. Have you tried to get a sofa in a quick amount of time? All of the sofas that I was finding that we loved were like a 6 to 8 week, sometimes 12-week wait. And I'm thinking,
Well, I ended up going to get camp chairs, thinking we'll be sat on camp chairs for a few weeks.
Then I remember I searched specifically what I was looking for, which was like a cream style modular corner sofa, like a sunken looking one. And the Sofa Club came up. Next day delivery. They were able to deliver it next day delivery because they were delivering to our area the very next day.
So not 3 days later. Not next day as in the next day after tomorrow.
No. Next day delivery, which is incredible. They have so many sofas, so many amazing choices. The one that we have is so comfortable. Everyone comments on it, and the prices are so reasonable. When I think about an aesthetic sofa that is like fashionable, that's where they really come into play, which is why I'm so happy, and I know you are too, that they are the official sponsor of our first season of Can I Be Candid.
And that is brilliant.
Yeah.
But there is one thing that would just top it off, which it's a bit annoying. I know I'm going to address the next elephant in the room.
Okay.
It's a bit annoying. I wish it could happen, but it hasn't.
What?
So I'm just going to say it, and we can cut this out if you want.
Okay.
But I wish they would have kind of given some sort of discount code or something.
They have.
No.
They have. I am the very first person on this planet Earth to have a discount code with the Sofa Club. Perrie 10 is going to get you 10% off of all of the full price sofas, chairs on the Sofa Club website, sofaclub.co.uk. To get 10% off is incredible.
It's incredible. However, does that now mean that you're going to spend a load of money buying a new sofa?
Correct. So if you want to join me and get a new sofa, you can use code Perrie10. It's exclusive to our podcast listeners on the Sofa Club website.
Big up the Sofa Club.
Can we talk about, so would love to get everyone's thoughts on this. What does everyone think about, and this could be controversial, going away for Christmas? And I'm talking actually being away on Christmas Day. So bit of context, me and Richard were in Antigua December just gone for one of our, Richard, close friends' weddings. We had the best time, and we got home Christmas Eve morning. We went for 4 days, which to go to the Caribbean is not long enough.
Is that all we were there for?
Literally 4 days in the Caribbean.
I thought it was longer.
But that was because we were in Scotland before. We literally got back from Scotland, packed our case, and went to the airport the same night to go to Antigua. But wouldn't have changed it. It was amazing.
It was so good.
But it got us thinking, we were actually quite close to just extending our trip and staying in Antigua for Christmas.
We couldn't because we were hosting.
But we couldn't because we were hosting, and we'd made plans and we felt bad. But we feel like if we were to go away for Christmas, this year is probably our only opportunity to do it, where we've got freedom, you know, we've not got children. Not saying that, you know, we're going to have children next year, but we don't have them now.
Because we fill up each other's cups without touching each other.
True.
What is filling up a cup?
Oh, not this again. Not the definition thing.
No, but
again.
I don't know. I just went along with it earlier, but I actually don't know what filling up a cup is.
Well, it's a metaphor, isn't it? So, like, filling up your cup is like filling up you. Hold on a minute. You said yesterday or this morning in the car.
Let's not get aggressive.
But like you said in the car on the way home, my cup is really full.
Yeah, I was talking about my coffee that I had.
No, you wasn't talking about.
I had a cup of coffee and it was full, and I was like, the cup's really full. I was going over speed bumps. I was trying to be careful.
That was not what you were talking about. You looked at me lovingly and you said, my cup is really full.
I did not look at you lovingly.
Okay, well, I must have misinterpreted it. So
you
sorry.
You were probably not looking at me, not talking. You probably weren't even listening.
Okay. The cup full is a metaphor. So it's like saying, oh, you know, I had such a good weekend with you. Like, we spent quality time together. My cup is really full. Like,
why don't you just say it was a great time?
Because it's just a metaphor. It's like saying, can I be candid?
Oh, not that again.
Yeah, anyway.
All right, so your cup's full.
It's a real difficult one, isn't it? Because we both have lovely families that we spend our Christmas with our families. We normally spend Christmas Day with Ricky's family. And then my family, we normally do Boxing Day or Christmas Eve or both. Sometimes we even do New Year's.
Oh, you're making it sound like way kind of less hosty and easier than what it actually is. What actually happens is it's Christmas Day with your family in the morning, Christmas evening with my family in the evening, Boxing Day with your family in the morning. It's quite chaotic.
It's like bus club, another club, another club, another club.
Yeah.
And I do like to host. I'm really proud of our home and what we've created. I like to go OTT on the Christmas decorations, but let's not get into that because Richard's going to have a panic attack. I like to have the Christmas.
Who puts Christmas decorations up in November?
1st of November, straight up. 1st of November, straight up.
We've not even finished Halloween.
It's not stupid. 1st of November, straight up, because I want to feel like I live in Santa's Grotto from the 1st of November. And it's something that makes me so happy. And I think I get it from my childhood because my dad was like Mr. Claus and he used to put up Christmas decorations super early and he used to do it all himself.
Yeah, but super early is like 28th, 29th of November.
No, 1st of November, I want them up. I want to feel like I'm living in
and this is why I
want
to go away this year.
So Ricky said to me, if we go away this year for Christmas, we're not putting up the Christmas decorations. So you can imagine what then pursued after that. Because I just thought, no, if we're going away for Christmas...
The cup suddenly went from being full to...
empty.
Dry and empty.
Yeah, the cup is now empty. Ultimately, I want to go away for Christmas to experience it and to say that I've done it. But I also want to put the Christmas decorations up on the 1st of October.
We're not doing that.
To make up for the fact that we'll be away for Christmas.
The sun still is out until 8 p.m. in October, isn't it?
I think it's fair. It is my birthday in October. So
No.
let's put the Christmas decorations up on the 1st of October.
No,
and then it doesn't matter whether they're...
Honestly, people are going to listen to this and think you sound ridiculous.
Do you think... What is...
Do you want to put them up now?
What is the earliest that you would put up your Christmas decorations?
1st of December is like... they're a bit early.
No!
Yeah.
They've got to be up for the whole month of December.
Well, Christmas decorations put aside. I'm happy to go away because the hosting that we do every year, it's starting to take a toll on me.
It's starting to take a toll on you?
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? Do you need to have a chat?
Well, yeah, I do want to have a chat, actually.
It's taking such a toll on you going to M&S and buying all the picky bits and putting them in the oven and fucking putting them on tinfoil. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my word. You must be so exhausted. Ricky, we have all your family over. You sit there. You don't say one thing. All you do is sit there and eat all the food. That's all you do.
It's not just that.
Okay, what else is it then, honey?
It's pick up everyone's plates, pick up everyone's glasses, put it all in the dishwasher, turn the dishwasher on, put it all back once it's dried. It's every 5 minutes. Oh, would anyone like a drink?
You don't ask anyone if they want a drink. Your mum and dad literally make their own drinks. They bring their own wine. I think they actually bring their own glasses. So we're thinking selfishly, but it's not selfish. I'm saying selfishly, but it's not selfish. But our family are really laid back. They'll be supportive of us going. And also we'll do like a mini Christmas day before we go. And I think if we're going to do it, I think we should bite the bullet and do it this year.
The decision maker was this.
Yeah.
I was chatting to your sister and her partner the other day, and I subtly just threw it in there about Christmas and Boxing Day. And I was like, oh yeah, looking forward to Christmas this year. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what time should we come over on Boxing Day? Trying to...
Right.
And he said, no, Perrie said that you're hosting.
Right.
So I tried to, what time should we come over Boxing Day, pushing the hosting on them. They weren't having it. So now I'm like, let's just go away.
Can I get Jamie Lang, please? Because this guy, it's like fucking co-hosting with a robot. You are not capable of giving a genuine compliment to someone.
Well done. I don't understand. I don't understand. What do you... Congratulations. Well done. What an achievement. So are we going away or not? We don't know.
We don't know. We're going to look into it. Have you, but I would like to know if any of you have been away for Christmas. How did you find it? Did you feel like you missed out? That's what I want to know. Did you feel like you missed out because you weren't at home for Christmas Day? Like for us, it's not about presents or anything. It's just about being with your family, eating, drinking, having fun.
Maybe we'll feel like we're missing out if we have kids and stuff.
Yeah, because we don't have kids. This is why we feel like we should do it now whilst we're not tied down. No offense to anyone that has kids and is tied down. I am tied down with Ricky, but if anyone... What?
I'm not a kid. I've got an idea.
What?
Instead of going to a hot country, why don't we go skiing?
No, I feel like skiing's not holiday. Because me and Ricky aren't naturally good skiers. Skiing for us when we went, even though it was great because that was for Tay's birthday, that was different. But I feel like if we went skiing, because we're not good skiers or got any real skiing experience.
I'm all right.
Darling, don't make me tell the story about in Utah where you nearly killed 35 school children. You actually nearly killed 35 school children.
That was a long time ago.
It wasn't a long time ago. And I pissed my pants. I wet my pants.
It was a long time ago.
I wet myself. I had steam coming from my ski trousers because I was laughing so much because everybody was in this terrain restaurant and everyone was going, look at that guy over there. And I looked and it was Ricky. And I was like, oh my God. And he was coming down the slope so fast. Everyone was shouting, pizza, pizza, pizza. And he's probably thinking, oh yeah, I'd love a slice of pizza, without realising that they're trying to tell him to brake and stop. And he did not. And he literally went flying through a school trip of 35 school children, ended up banging himself into the barrier. And everyone in the restaurant was talking about it because it was literally like so funny.
I've had lessons since then.
Yeah.
So last time we went, I weren't that bad.
You weren't that bad, but you weren't that good. Neither was I.
No, you were an amateur. I would say I was
better than you.
An amateur.
100% I was better than you. 100%.
No, you weren't.
Okay, so we'll ask in the group chat who was better skiing. They'll say me. 100%.
All right, go on. Anyway, carry on.
So for me, it doesn't feel like a holiday. It feels more like I've got to get lessons again, and then I've got to like have the right outfits.
But we could go to a cold country like where it snows for Christmas. Yeah. Then it might feel like we're not missing out.
That is also an option, like Iceland or something.
But the only thing is, like with cold countries, I feel like the food options aren't that great. It's like fish and stuff, isn't it?
Always back to the fucking food.
You have to plan it. It's like fish.
Honestly,
I don't want fish.
It's draining. It's 24/7.
I don't
it's like having a job.
fish.
You don't like fish? Okay, no one's asking you to have fish. Like, why are we planning our Christmas getaway around the fucking cuisine? It's
because
insane.
I know what happens. We'll go somewhere. Yay! So excited. Let's go for a meal. Oh, everywhere in the town or the village, it's all fish. And then I'll get the earful then. Oh, you should have planned it. You should have thought about it. Well, I'll plan it now.
What I will say, though, is in the Caribbean, controversially, apart from the local authentic food, which was incredible, the actual food in the hotels are not great. And so many people say that, like, that they struggle with the food. And I was poorly quite a bit of the time as well from, like, I don't know if it's like salad that's been washed with, like, not tap water, but my stomach was, like, doing flips 24/7.
Was that a question for me? Or I don't know why you're looking at me.
Okay, anyway.
It's quite disgusting, actually.
What?
Like the thought of your stomach doing flips. I'm sure people don't want to hear that.
Okay.
I'm sure they
don't want to hear about food 24/7. Yet here we are.
They do.
Okay.
People
raise your hand. There's no one in the room. Raise your hand.
People love food.
Okay.
In fact, no, I'm not going to do it. I could do it.
Oh.
I could do it.
If it's singing a song, don't bother.
It's not singing a song. It's just I want to learn more about our audience.
Go on then.
So I'm going to do it. Should I do it? I'm going to do it.
Who are you asking?
Let us know in the comments your favourite food.
Wow. This is giving podcast amateur 101. Let us know in the comments your favourite food. And what are you going to do, darling? Sit on a Saturday night and go through all the comments and reply to everyone? Is that what you're going to spend your time doing? I'll be honest, I couldn't give a fuck whether you like fish, whether you like steak, or whether you like McDonald's. Just listen to the podcast, like, subscribe, and someone take this man off of my hands because it is too much. Can I be candid?
Right.